Now continuing with this, we are going to look at the iteration part of it. Okay. So first we look at the for loop. So here what we're going to do here is here I will say I want to print a line. So I'll say for a, I'll initialize it equal to 0, a less than 10. That's the condition. And I'm going to say a plus plus. So what I'm doing here is I'm creating a internal variable. It will automatically check for me, and it's not a comma. This is a semicolon. So initialize the variable int a equal to 0, a less than 10, increment the a. So this will happen that many times. So automatically it will print it. So if you say system dot, so I'm just saying system dot print ln 8 times. So we'll keep it iterator 1 because iterator could be a reserved word. Now we can use iterator also, but I'm keeping it as I don't want the switcher. We already seen the switch part of it. So now if you see here, it has printed 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this basically what it does is it creates a variable. It loops. Now this statement will, whatever statement you put inside the for will be continued for many times as long as you say like that's it. Till the value is matching, say is less than 10. So that's why it printed 9 times. Okay. But let's check. The thing here to understand is it will need a initialization. I'll say int equal to 0 outside this. Okay. I can't use this variable inside. This for variable is separate. Okay. And now I'll have to do the same thing. So this is how I write a while loop. Lines of code. Save it and run it. Now if you see here, it also prints this both. And it also prints this by while. Correct? So the same logic. So I initialize the variable here. This, remember, the key difference in while, you'll have to have the variable outside. Okay. And increment happens inside. So for is a little bit more advanced. And now what is a do while is once. Okay. Once. Now I'll make a 0 again. Here I am printed by do while. The only difference is the do will execute at least once. Okay. Then it will stop. See, like for example, if you run like this, it will print only once. But at least once it will print. Even though 9 is less than 10, at least once it will print. Or if you give 10, so it will print at least once because there is no condition here. So these are the 3 iterations which you will be using most of the time in Java. A couple of more things here in the iteration part is, again we have a break and a continue. The break halts the execution of and forces control out of the loop. The term break refers to the act of breaking out of a block of code. It tells the runtime to pick up. I'll say if a equal to 3. Now remember one thing, every if condition should have a curly brace, right? I have told you that, right? You should always have a curly brace. But if there is only one line, no, you don't need to give this. Let me repeat. Every if condition needs a start curly brace and an end curly brace. So if you give it a start and an end, if it has only one line, you don't need to give this break. Okay? But for your understanding, since you're beginners, you will keep it. So what is it going to do? Let's see what it does. So that's it. It just prints 3 times and it breaks out of the loop. Okay. So we saw break. Next one is, we can also do a continue. Now suppose I want to do this. Okay. If a is greater than 7, what I'll do is I'll say continue. As I told you, if I have only one line, no, I don't need to give a curly brace. So let us see what happens. Now I'll comment out this line. Continue will not execute, it will just go to the next line. So after 7, what happens is it just skips this line and goes back to this for. Pay attention. If when it reaches greater than 7, what it does is it will go back to the for. It will not execute any line after this. It will go back to the loop. So these are the 2 things about break and continue.